Would you go camping more often if it was easier to get out the door? A lot of people say they love camping until it's time to pack. That's when the stress kicks in. You start digging through your garage, wondering where the stove went. You find one tent pole but not the others. Your lanterns are dead and the batteries? Who knows? Does this sound familiar? Maybe your gear looks like mine used to, just a random pile shoved into the corner of the garage. Every trip felt like a scavenger hunt just to get out the driveway. But what if it didn't have to be that way? What if packing for a weekend camping trip only took 10 minutes? What if you knew exactly where everything was and that it worked? That's where being organized changes the whole game. When your camping gear is sorted, packed in bins, and easy to access, trips stop being a hassle. You're not digging through piles, you're loading and going, no stress, no forgotten items, no arguments. Setting up camp becomes smoother too. You're not fumbling through bags or searching for stakes in the dark. Everything has its place, and that makes setup fast. It also makes packing up to leave way easier. You'll even fit more into your car because everything's packed more efficiently. No more Tetris battles trying to squeeze it all in. One tip: look for gear that packs flat. Folding chairs, collapsible bowls, and compact cookware are all worth it. Gear that stacks or nests will fit better in your bins, and bins are your best friend. Label your bins by category: sleep system, kitchen, tools, etc. That way, you always know what to grab. When camping becomes easier, you'll want to go more often. And that pile of chaos in your garage, it turns into a launch pad for adventure. I believe solar power and LED lights are one of the best game changers for easy camping. No more wondering if the batteries work or worrying about your kids causing a fire with kerosene lanterns. Need more focused lighting? Solar lanterns are compact and super bright. Many have USB ports so you can charge your phone too. Some even double as flashlights or emergency strobes. A good solar power bank can charge your phone multiple times. Larger power stations can even run a mini fridge or inflate your air mattress. Pair your power station with a foldable solar panel for all-day charging. Just set the panel in the sun while you relax, hike, or fish. When the sun sets, you'll have energy to spare. Solar-powered fans are another underrated gem. They help you sleep comfortably on warm nights, and they keep air moving in tents, reducing moisture and condensation. Some fans even clip to tent poles or hang overhead. The best part? No need to keep buying batteries. You're saving money and the environment. Many solar gadgets are waterproof or at least water resistant. That makes them perfect for unpredictable outdoor weather. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Want to go off grid for longer? Solar helps make that possible. With the right solar setup, you can run lights, fans, phones, even laptops. Trying to book a campsite at a national park can feel like entering the Hunger Games. State parks aren't much better, especially on weekends or holidays. If you've ever refreshed the reservation site only to see everything booked in 30 seconds, you're not alone. But here's the good news: those famous parks aren't your only option. There are tons of underrated places to camp if you know where to look. Let's start with the western U.S. BLM land is your best friend out here. The Bureau of Land Management oversees millions of acres, and much of it is free to camp on. No reservations, no fees, and often no neighbors. You'll need to be self-contained, but the freedom is worth it. Just follow, leave no trace, and any posted rules. If you're near water, look for Corps of Engineers campgrounds. These are usually quiet, well-maintained, and less crowded. Many are tucked along lakes, rivers, or reservoirs. They're perfect for fishing, paddling, or just relaxing by the water. City and county parks are another overlooked gem. Some allow tent camping or have small campgrounds with basic amenities. They're often cheaper than state parks and easier to get into. Plus, they're close to town, which makes grabbing supplies a breeze. For a unique experience, check out HipCamp. It's like Airbnb, but for campsites. You can find everything from a spot on a farm to a secluded glamping tent. Some sites have firewood, showers, or even farm fresh eggs. HipCamp is a great way to support private landowners. National forests often have beautiful campgrounds with availability. Some even offer first come, first served spots that don't show up online. Just show up early and snag one. When everyone's fighting over Yosemite or Zion, you could be relaxing in a quiet canyon or lakeside site. The key is flexibility and a little research. With so many alternatives, you don't have to stay home just because the big name parks are full. If you've ever wrestled with an air mattress in the dark, you know the struggle. Finding the pump, the valve, and enough space to inflate it is half the battle. And then you wake up on the cold, hard ground anyway because it deflated overnight. That's why I switched to a cot with a foam pad, and I'll never go back. A cot lifts you off the ground, which means no more cold or damp nights. You don't feel every root, rock, or slope underneath your tent floor. It's like bringing a portable bed to camp. Add a foam pad on top, and the comfort level jumps dramatically. Foam pads don't leak, don't require batteries, and don't need inflation. You just roll it out and you're ready. The whole setup is faster than inflating an air mattress, and in the morning, it's just as fast to pack up. You can leave the foam pad strapped to the cot and fold it all together. With a cot, you also gain storage space underneath. Slide your shoes, clothes bin, or backpack under there, out of sight, but easy to reach. The airflow under the cot helps keep you cooler in summer too. And in colder weather, you're off the chilly tent floor. Want to sleep even better? Bring a real pillow, not a tiny camp version, not a stuffed sack full of clothes, a real pillow. It's a small thing that makes a huge difference. When you sleep well, you enjoy your trip more. No cranky mornings, no sore backs. Cots also work better in rain. You're not lying on a flooded floor if your tent leaks. They're great for older campers or anyone who struggles to get up off the ground. Many cots fold like a lawn chair and fit easily in your trunk. You don't need a fancy rooftop tent or RV to sleep comfortably. This is a budget-friendly upgrade that changes everything. Once you try it, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Air mattresses are for guests in your spare room, not for wild places. Go with a cot, foam pad, and real pillow, and get good sleep when you go camping. Tarps are one of the most underrated pieces of camping gear. They're cheap, versatile, and can completely change your campsite experience. They really shine when the weather turns bad. Rain in the forecast, throw up a tarp, and you've got dry space to wait it out. You can cook, sit, and even hang out under cover while the rain comes down. It keeps your gear dry too, especially when pitched over your tent entrance. That means fewer muddy shoes and less water tracked inside. You can also use them in sunny weather by providing shade. A tarp strung between trees or poles creates instant relief from the sun. This is especially helpful in open campsites with no natural cover. You can eat, relax, or prep food without baking in direct sunlight. Tarps also protect your gear from overheating or sun damage. You can also use a tarp as a footprint under your tent for extra moisture protection. It adds an extra barrier between you and the damp ground. Windy campsite, tarps can act as a makeshift windbreak. Angle one toward the wind and instantly create a calmer zone behind it. It makes campfires easier to light and food easier to cook. Even a small wind block can make sitting around the fire more enjoyable. Tarps can also create privacy in crowded campgrounds. Just string one up between tents or vehicles for your own cozy corner. Lightweight and packable, tarps take up almost no space in your gear bin. You can keep one in the car just in case and be glad you did. They're also durable and can handle rough weather better than cheap pop-up canopies. You can rig them with paracord, bungees, or even zip ties. Use hiking poles, sticks, or campground signposts as anchors, whatever you've got. The setup is simple once you learn a few knots or configurations. You can go classic A-frame, lean-to, flat roof, or a corner tie-out, depending on your needs. Whether it's rain, sun, or wind, a tarp gives you flexibility and control. Always bring at least one 10 by 10 tarp with guidelines, extra stakes, and tarp poles for maximum flexibility.